Sick Katy Perry watches the Catholic nun. She refused to help her while she passed. I don't know what to say. Celebrity Katy Perry looked on in a Los Angeles courthouse as Sister Catherine Rose Halsman, 89, collapsed and died. Perry knew the Catholic nun. In fact, Sister Rose was in court over a lawsuit brought by the greedy singer. You'll be shocked and disgusted when you find out how Sister Catherine Rose begged Katy Perry to help her and how the Hollywood star couldn't care less. And this is by Rebecca DeCirio, Entertainment Religion for MadWorldNews.com. The Sisters of the Immaculate Heart of Mary, IHM, are an order of teaching nuns who over the years saw their order decrease in size. In the 1990s, these nuns who had devoted their lives were in their 70s to 90s, and they lived in their retirement home in Los Angeles in 2015. There were only 5 sisters left. The nuns were being forced legally by the Mean Archdiocese of Los Angeles bishop to sell when the property was not legally owned by the Catholic Church. Things got messy when the IHM sisters' friend, restaurant owner Dana Hollister, offered to buy the property and let the sisters stay there until their deaths. Hollister was then going to turn it into a boutique hotel. Enter Katy Perry, who wanted the beautiful sprawling convent and grounds, and she was willing to do anything to get it, Breitbart reports. The singer sought to buy the 8-acre property and its Roman villa-style buildings for $14.5 million. The Roar singer's efforts to buy the aging hilltop home were stymied when the nuns tried to sell the convent to a local entrepreneur to turn into a boutique hotel, but a judge ruled in 2016 that the sale was invalid. Sister Halsman was in court for a post-judgment hearing Friday when she collapsed and died. Shortly before her death, she said, "We asked Hollister to save us, to buy the property. She had nothing to do with forcing herself on us," adding, "And to Katy Perry, please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people." Mike Cernovich's tweet here. Hillary Clinton campaign surrogate Katy Perry sued a nun for millions of dollars and tried making the nun homeless. Today in court, after begging Perry to stop, the nun couldn't take it anymore and she collapsed and died. Isn't that nice? But Katy Perry wouldn't stop, and now she has the blood of Sister Rose on her hands, and so does the Los Angeles Archdiocese, who wanted the $14 million for themselves in order to pay off millions that they owe in priest sex abuse scandals. You see that? Isn't this? Yeah, I mean, I'm not a religious person, that religious, but I mean, this is unheard of, and you wonder why, because, look at the mess. The nuns objected to Katy Perry's lifestyle and her politics. I found her videos, and if it's all right to say I wasn't happy with any of it, of course not. Anyway, let's just take a quick listen, of the nuns telling their story. I mean, it's, I feel bad for them, And you know what they want. Why did Katy Perry want that?
You know what I want to do? I want to write a book, and the title of the book is going to be "It's Okay to Tell a Lie."
Katy Perry, they want it for satanic rituals. Do you see what I'm saying? It's got to be something with, something against something for them to, like, why would she want that, you know? Like, why wouldn't she buy any other property? 14 plus million is enough, you know what I'm saying, to get something else. It's got to be something with these rituals that they do. Let's take a listen.
And get away with it, because that's what all of them are doing. He sold it to us for $600,000 in the installment plans for 6 years, and then it became ours.
The important thing about it is that, and it came from Rome, is that our sisters would be taken care of down to the very last sister at Donahue Manor.
I saw the drill in Monsignor's hand, and then he had gone to the office and drilled one of the filing cabinets open and took all our files, all our financial records, took 8 boxes of things from our files. So I said, what's going on? Why aren't you calling the police? And she said, I don't know, I didn't know what to do. So I said, they're stealing our property. What they were looking for was the deed of the house, and it was not in the office. They had plans for the villa and they wanted to get started on it. They also wanted to get us out because maybe, I think of right now, maybe he thought at that time that Katy Perry has it and we've got to get things out. The Archbishop has locked us out of the property, changed all the locks on the doors, changed the gate locks, put in a lot of iron gates and changed their locks. And we couldn't even get into the building if we wanted to. A lot of things were stopped by the Archdiocese so that we cannot touch anything. We have 3 bank accounts with money in it, we can't touch it.
The Archbishop needs to give us back our money. He has stolen our money.
It's very stressful. All of this is very stressful because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. Like I started to say, we have money in 3 banks and cannot touch it. But if they want, they can.
I think that he just simply wants the money from the villa, which is his desire to sell to Katy Perry.
How can they use that money and look at it and say, I got it by lying? And I took it from the sisters who wanted it for the poor, the Pope, trafficking, help people on the street, and doing it because it's the right thing to do. They can't go do this to somebody else because though somebody else doesn't have the money like we got it, earned it and built it up. And Sister Eileen built it up with brokers. I got involved in some of that in Glendale, and he stocks and bonds and built it all up to where we were. She was marvelous at building up money. Now look where it's all gone. She'd turn over in her grave.
Well, the good sisters had been the primary educators of most of the Catholic schools in the Los Angeles area from the 1930s until the 1990s. They were intentionally stripped of their teaching positions by a leftist archdiocese who oversaw them. As a student of the sisters, I remember their faithfulness to the gospel, and I remember how they were wronged by the church's hierarchy. You would think Katy Perry, who is supposed to be for women's rights, would have understood how these poor nuns were wronged at the end of their lives. The nuns had the short video made by telling their story. Americans weighed in on Katy Perry's court case on social media. Pop star Katy Perry kills a nun over disputed sale of Los Angeles convent. Apparently, the sister couldn't take it any longer and collapsed during recent court proceedings. Shame on Katy Perry. Should have been a better way to resolve this real estate dispute, tweeted Crooked Hillary. Drop your lawsuit against the nuns. Do you really need that property? What is wrong with you? No longer have any respect for you, tweeted Emma Ward. That's for rituals. This lawsuit has been going on for a few years, and there is no way Katy Perry did not know what was happening to these elderly nuns. We can only hope this is a wake-up call for the Hollywood singer who is pro-abortion, and it was for that reason the sisters could not in good conscience sell the villa to her, besides the fact she would not allow them to reside on the property until their deaths. So karma may come around for Katy Perry, and those dying nuns' last words may haunt her. And to Katy Perry, please stop, said Sister Catherine Rose. And within a few minutes, she lay dead. If that's not a sign from God, I don't know what is. It's time for Katy Perry to take a good long look at who she is and what she stands for before it's too late. I think it's already too late. They want that property for rituals. That's all I can come up with. Because who would actually be interested in those kind of things? You see what I'm saying? Yep, they're good old Katy Perry, the liberal leftist nut jobs. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.